yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of It's Not That Deep, bro. And we're back. Episode 44 in the charts, bro. 44. Today is a very special episode. We have another guest. It is the man, the myth, the legend.
Episode 44. Hello, everybody.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm fucking in a film mood. You know what I'm saying? I've got my fucking my director's chair vibe on.
You actually are in the big chair.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Twisted
I've seen a million of these chairs pop up in this building. I was waiting my turn to sit in one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got one except me, but here I am.
You are.
We're so happy to have you here. Thanks so much for doing this,
I'm so glad to be doing a podcast. This is like the second podcast I've ever done in my life.
Honestly,
really?
I appreciate it so much.
The other one was about battle rap. No, it's all good, bro. It's all good.
What's the other one?
It was about battle rap. Yeah.
What we do here is we randomly select a film and then we watch it and then we talk about it.
Yeah.
I
feel we talk over the film.
No, we watch the film, all of us together,
and
then
okay.
we'll come back and do part two.
Alright, yeah, that's fair.
Press the big button.
Okay, let's go with that.
Martin's about to explain how we randomly select the film.
Right. We have this beautiful bit of tech called the Randy Master 5000. Everybody here knows what it does. It randomly randomizes one of the films from the category that we have here. And the catalog categories, same thing. But yeah, we'll give you a big countdown. So if you'd like to go
when
up.
do I press the button? I feel like
come over here.
Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab.
Come over here and me and Martin will give you a 5 to 0 countdown.
What do I do? Just press the space
and
bar?
all you do is just click.
Click. Where's the cursor?
The cursor is just there on the big button of the Randy Master, and all you've got to do is just tap it.
Alright, I feel like I'm gonna get fucking the Pokemon film or something.
Is it on here?
No, the Pokemon film is not on here.
So good then.
5, 4,
so fucking
3, 2, 1.
And the film we are watching is
Minari from 2021.
This is brand new, yeah?
I have no clue what this film's about
fucking hell.
or anything, but here we go.
Great.
This is about to
Find
be crazy.
yourself an easy chair, get yourself some
Alright,
snacks,
let's go.
something to eat,
Let's do this.
and we will see you on the other side, people.
Let's go.
Peace out, motherfuckers.
Minari.
It's not that deep, bro. It's not that Woo! And we are back in style. We've just watched
Minari. Wait, we need a director.
That's what it's called, Minari.
It was called Minari, and it was produced by Brad Pitt.
Executive producer Brad Pitt.
Executive
Saw that
producer.
one on the credits. Thought it was worth mentioning.
And it's directed by Lee Isaac Chung.
Okay.
That's the guy responsible for the evening.
And this seems to be like maybe his second feature-length film. So
You
it's
reckon?
like-
What was his first?
Just glancing at Letterboxd, he looks like he has a film called Mun Your Angabo.
Okay.
You need to mun your anger, bro.
Yeah.
An orphan of the Rwandan genocide travels to Kigali to the countryside on a quest for justice.
It's different to the
Revenge.
one we just watched.
But getting back to Minari, Teeps, what did you make of that?
I feel like I probably would have preferred to watch Kung Yamara film. But no, I feel like the fact that I was able to enjoy that film has made me feel like I'm getting old, because it was pretty fucking boring. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But
Like-
there were obviously the moments where I liked it, they were like real kind of like grown up,
Yeah.
like pleasures. You know what I'm saying? Like not in like an adult pleasure way, but you know, like a fucking like a mature, seasoned, emotional, developed being way.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I kept thinking it was like kept thinking it was just gonna make a mad turn and some mad shit was gonna appear.
Yeah,
And
same.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I
I
thought.
kept thinking, you know, like with The Exorcist, they don't get fucked for a hell long into the film. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was going to be some shit like that, and then I was going to be like, yo, I was wrong about this shit. But
To
then
be
it
fair-
kept it real peaceful and real, like, fucking, like, normal till the end, really.
To be fair, I thought something was gonna happen to the kid.
Yeah,
I proper
yeah, bro.
thought like he was gonna get bit by a snake.
Yeah, I thought the snake was going to fuck it
or
up,
some
bro.
shit like that. You know what I mean? But
Obviously, the snake bit was cool, how it came back when she was having a stroke, and then she said, like, if you trouble it, it will hide. And, like, hidden things are dangerous. There was loads of, like, a cycle of life lessons in there.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Picked up a couple of them. They were kind of beautiful.
I love Paul.
Yeah,
He's the
he was
best
cool.
human being in the world.
He was cool.
This guy
You know,
is
obviously,
just devoted.
like one good thing about it was like it was a fucking international family in Arkansas coming and making their way, and it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, like it wasn't like some huge KKK narrative about like fucking like nationalist Americans as you would have assumed in that part of America.
Yeah,
There was that little bit with the little that other kid's stepdad or whatever. Had a little bit of cheek in his thing when he's like, is your dad doing all right on that farm or whatever? But other than that,
And then-
I didn't even see none of the redneck type shit
The fact
anywhere.
that
You know
he
what I'm saying?
Then proceeded to tell the like David, who's like 7 or 8 years
Yeah.
old, that the previous
Yeah.
dude blew his brains out. That
Seems to
was-
get a bit of twisted
That's what man
satisfaction
did.
from that. So that's
men
pro-
did.
that was
yeah.
pretty
Like if they
redneck.
go broke, like yeah, if you go broke, you just shoot yourself in the head.
It seems that's like the farmer thing to do, especially if you're
Yeah.
a farmer in the fucking late
Yeah,
70s
yeah,
in
yeah.
America.
Was
Yeah,
that-
when was
this
it? It was in
supposed to
the
be-
it was in the 80s because
80s,
he said
'cause
Reagan
Reagan,
was trying to
yeah.
fucking help the farmers, innit?
I was trying to think when Reagan came in, if he was there
It was
at
just the
all in
whole
70s.
80s, innit? The 80s was his decade, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was
Because I know the Star
Ford, then Carter, then it was Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan.
Oh shit, you know your presidents.
Yeah, I know I know all the presidents, bro. You know, I don't know. I don't know if I can name them all off the top of my head now, but
Did you do have I seen you name every state? I feel like I
maybe,
have.
Yeah.
maybe, yeah,
That was
I feel
mad.
like I lost count halfway through.
yeah, no.
You just throwing names on me. I'm like, am I still
Yeah,
counting?
I reckon I can probably be able to do that forever. It's ingrained.
Is it?
Yeah,
Why is that?
Arkansas is a weird one, isn't it? Like Arkansas is such a nothing. Arkansas is where fucking Walmart is from, so it's where Asda's from.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
The American Asda.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't
exactly.
it like Iowa and that?
Yeah, Iowa is a bit further north than Arkansas. It's still in the same middle of America
Middle of-
strip,
middle of
but
America,
Iowa is a
yeah.
little bit closer to like Wisconsin, Minnesota, where it's a bit colder. Whereas Arkansas is just above Louisiana.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Says they're
It's like Louisiana's head.
Louisiana's like the South, basically.
Yeah.
Proper
Arkansas is
South.
the South, innit? Like Iowa's not so much. Iowa's like the Midwest, but not the South, innit?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas Arkansas is like the South. That's why I thought it was going to be some pure racist shit, because Arkansas is where Arkansas is where they was doing fucked up shit like publicly until like yesterday, probably still doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Arkansas is a bad place for that shit, innit? Like you think of like Mississippi and Alabama, yeah, Arkansas is just like that. You know what I'm saying?
There was that bit with the Korean money as well.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
That was cool.
referencing the war, and they were obviously
Yeah,
on
I liked his little
different sides.
that's what I liked about Paul, how he was like appreciative of the fact that he was back around some of the people who he shared experiences with before.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you thinking, Martin?
just I'm really engrossed
Yeah.
into Paul's character.
Yeah.
Whoever made
You
him.
feel like carrying a cross to El Shelton.
yeah,
I can-
every Sunday, bro.
I can see
The
you.
man's fucking crazy.
I can.
I love him.
I can
so
see you
much.
ending up like him.
You think so?
Yeah.
I
can
do
see that.
say dumb shit like
I
that
can
all
say
the time.
that, yeah.
So like, for him to just say it randomly, just fits.
Yeah,
fits.
I liked his tolerance of Jacob's negativity.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
He was always upbeat. Like,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
we can
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Oh, the Lord's in our favor and all
Yeah,
this.
Mm.
I still thought that some fucking tentacle monster was going to appear. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
I
that's
still,
what.
thought,
So
I still
bland.
thought the snake was like a foreshadowing of some
You know,
fucking shit
Yeah.
that was gonna happen. I really thought it was about to get crazy, but it just craziest thing was a fire.
I'm really glad that you pointed out all of what you said, basically, because I was in the same position of taking note. Like, this was a real film about domestic life,
Yeah,
or a
yeah.
man trying
Yeah,
best.
trying to
make the
feed his
American
people.
dream.
Yeah.
basically, and him coming to a place with an idea of how he's
Uh-huh.
going to do something, and then him getting the reality of it. But there were these moments. It almost felt like a horror film at times.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like it was about to be.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Which is almost
you
more
know what I'm
effective
saying? Yeah,
than if I got jump
yeah,
scared
because
by
it's
the
like
film.
real problems, real fears, isn't it?
Yeah, and
I think that's what the grandma was there to kind of convey. You know
she's
what I'm
like the
saying?
mystery
Yeah.
of, because everything else is quite grounded in that film, and she brought this sense of
Yeah.
like, she's a bit of a
The
question
grandma
mark.
and Paul are like the spiritual polar fucking
Opposites.
spiritual poles. Yeah,
Yeah, like dark and
yeah,
Weird how
yeah.
she had a stroke while sleeping.
Yeah.
You know that could happen. I thought it was like a...
Yeah,
I
fuck
thought it was
knows, man.
notable that she
A Korean Arkansas stroke.
yeah.
she connected with David for the first time,
Yeah.
and then seemed to gain his Oh shit!
What?
David got better after
when
that.
he started running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. true,
she
say,
inherited
yeah.
the problem.
Oh right, yeah. She.
There was some bigger. Oh fuck!
Yeah,
like,
Oh
she
yeah,
took-
because she was in the bed and she was like, "Oh, grandma
yeah,
won't
when
let
she
you die."
got bad, David got good. So
And
it's
he-
like,
Yeah.
it's like, again,
she
like the cycle of
Yeah.
life, innit? Yeah.
yeah.
So,
she,
it was actually her who pissed the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the kid was blaming it on her.
I thought that at the beginning.
because he like patted himself
Yeah,
and he didn't have it. It's only in
yeah.
the
So yeah,
side.
she took the fucking ailment from him.
It really is like quite a spiritual
Yeah,
film.
it was a cycle of life thing, bro. That's what I was saying. I kind of clocked that from the beginning, innit? I thought it was either going to be that or like I said, like fucking 5-head tentacle monster from
Yeah.
the KKK or whatever.
I really did think there was one moment when it was something to do with that chest of drawers that landed on David. They were near. Was the grandma near it at one point? And I was like, "We're gonna get fucking jump scared. This is about to like
Yeah.
get dark."
What? Which one? What?
The chest of drawers in the corner
Yeah.
of the room. I can't remember if it was when Paul was blessing the room.
No,
and
no,
he was
no, no.
really
That's
close
why I
to
thought
it.
it was about to turn into some exorcist shit.
It felt
You know
like
what
it
I'm
could
saying?
get like that, like
I feel like the
Midsummer.
grandma
or-
was about to go fucking crazy and like turn into like the ring girl or
Paul
some
was
shit.
like speaking in tongues and stuff. and I was
Exactly,
waiting for him to
exactly.
go
I
into a fit.
thought the fucking the power of Christ was gonna have to compel somebody.
But it's almost like the
Oh.
the real life situations that like Jacob was in were also nearly like more terrifying
Yeah, that's true.
than that situation because
Because he wasn't like he was trying the whole time, but he was never happy in it. You know what I'm saying?
And he wasn't
was doing everything he could. I
thinking-
thought it was kind of like what obviously just analyzing it on some fucking American level.
Yeah.
Trying to see the contrast between their experience in Arkansas and their experience in California.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Originally I thought that they came straight from Korea and went to Arkansas, innit? But obviously
Yeah.
the kids had never been to Korea.
But
They've
knowing
just
that
been
the-
in different parts of America, so it was funny to see like why they'd put the spotlight on just the Arkansas experience.
Mm.
And the guy was like, oh, don't worry about Dallas. We don't have to go there. We can go to Oklahoma City. We can go to Memphis. That's different directions away from rural Arkansas.
Yeah.
And but I think at that point he'd given up on American cities, even though obviously Dallas and California is mad different, and then Dallas, Texas will be kind of different to Memphis and what did he say, Oklahoma City. So I was like, obviously he just picked up on the fact that the guy wasn't willing to go to any other cities, and he said, don't trust Koreans in American cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. Like as if to say, like he
knows.
recognizes there's Korean heritage here, but it's not all good because America can corrupt it if you if you go into one of the American places of like confined living.
It almost felt like that's why. That's what you're saying. Like why he moved to Arkansas.
Yeah, it's like got some anti-city rhetoric undertones. You know what I'm saying?
But then he was trying to apply like the attitude that had garnered from the city to the country life. Like, and it wasn't working. He was thinking about like trying to get the most efficient yield, planting all the crops real close to one another. And Jacob's like, Paul's like, calm down, like spread them out. They need space. Be slow with things. And
Yeah.
he was learning lots of little lessons like that really quickly. But that's a good way to like start doing well, I suppose, is to like fuck up a lot.
Yeah, baby steps, innit?
Yeah,
I
but he
think,
wasn't.
do
The
you know,
thing is,
yeah, go on.
he wasn't doing like that bad. It was obviously more the ending that really fucked him up because he was like, he was on the come up.
I was like, why
Obviously-
wouldn't they keep a pile of water next to this burning bin? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why would they just do that? Wouldn't have
There's
a
some
movie.
shit that you're like, come on.
Yeah.
If this happened in real life,
With the fire
really?
thing, I was like, you are standing just way too close to
But
the
why
fire.
would
I
you-
thought she was gonna walk into the fire, innit?
Why would you leave a, I don't know, 70, 80-year-old who just had a stroke alone in the
I know,
house?
innit?
It's a good.
What?
It's a very fair point.
Like what?
Yeah.
How, that can't be like obviously a real thing.
You know the one thing that I don't know if it was lost in translation, but it definitely stood out and fucking gave a double meaning to the whole vocation of their job. Chicken sexing.
Yeah. What?
Chicken sexing, like you can't be the best at chicken sexing. Like
How
I don't
does-
know, like I don't know if they meant to just put that in there as just like, oh yeah, that's just basically what the job is called in Korean translated to English, but it's like that's not what they're doing. I guess
What
it
are
is.
they doing?
Chicken
What is it?
sexing? That sounds mad, like sexing a chicken.
Yeah, I know it does, but like,
I've
what
had-
is the
Like,
name?
really
I've
game on
heard-
some chicken heads, fam.
I've heard that terminology
Chicken sexing, bro.
somewhere, like when you sex something.
Yeah, it's like a verb, innit?
Yeah.
It is. You can use it as a verb, but it's just not on a chicken.
But what were they doing? What is the actual
obviously checking
name?
the sex of the chicken. But you know what? You know another thing about that was more to me. Yeah, they had two boxes, right?
Yeah.
They have two boxes of chicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you pick one up, and if it's a boy or a girl, you put it in this one. But there's two boxes, right? So there's one box that you're taking the chickens out of, yeah.
Yeah.
So if say the box that you're taking the chickens out of is the box where the females go, and the other box is the box where the males go. You're not you need three boxes, right?
They have
You know
three
what I'm saying?
boxes.
So the box that the chickens come in, the box for the males, and the box for the
They
females.
did.
For real, no, but there was bits where they were doing it
Oh,
with
you
two
just
boxes.
two
You know
boxes.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That was why
yeah.
I was like that. How would you know? Because obviously, if you put the females or whatever back in this box, you're going to lose count because you keep taking them out and putting them back in. It's just like eventually you'd put all of the males in this one and all of the females in this one, but you'd have to keep checking to make sure that you don't know which one you've already checked. You know
That's
what
not
I'm saying?
very efficient sexing.
Yeah, I know. Trust
Oh, I
me.
don't know how
Need more
fucking
boxes for
Jacob
the
could do.
sexing, bro.
Yeah. I don't know how Jacob could do it so fast. So fast as in Arkansas.
Trust me, the fastest chicken sexer in Arkansas is a Korean man. named
That's
Jacob.
like a title right there that you
Name
want.
Jacob, bro.
So yeah, that was a piece of that was a thought.
The Garden of Eden vibe, he said it at
Yeah.
the beginning, didn't he? So that's
Yeah.
why the snake appeared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
Jeez.
You know. That,
I mean, that does
there
make
was a lot of
sense.
symbolism in there. you know.
yeah. And then the snake,
A lot
where
of
did,
fundamental Christian propaganda, if you ask me.
well, we
Are
were
you trying to sell it to us? Is
No.
that what you're trying to do?
Look, we can talk about the bird in the Abzu tree, the Sumerian tale, if
Yeah.
you want to take it there. That story exists in all cultures. But
Yeah.
where did the snake appear?
While she was planting the fruit.
Minari.
Obviously not fruit, but planting the thing in it.
The thing that
The-
basically, yeah. And
yeah.
she said when she was planting it that Minari doesn't discriminate, rich or poor, anyone can eat
Yeah.
it. It grows fresh out the ground.
You know,
Yeah.
and he was
Yeah.
putting his stock in all these like, oh, it's got to be like this. People
yeah,
want,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he didn't put faith in the kind of
Minari.
in
No.
the Minari.
Yeah.
there's a food where I come from. They call it the poor people's food because it grows on trees, which is plantain. So
Yeah.
like it just grows everywhere.
For real.
So people literally can just go and pick up fucking plantain from trees and shit.
yeah, that's dope.
But they call it the poor people's food because there's so much of it,
Yeah.
and you're like won't like run out at all. So then
Yeah.
like it's so cheap to sell.
Mm.
Not a lot of people like obviously there's a lot of like connoisseurs, so they're like they try to get the best ones.
Yeah.
But it's all the same.
Well, the
literally.
white countries always said that about cabbage.
Cabbage.
Yeah, like if you watch like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
eating like cabbage soup and shit. Like that is like the poor, but it's always some like leafy green, isn't it?
Leeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, leeks or something like that. And
Yeah.
but I thought the whole Minari thing. There's all
Yeah.
I don't know the fact that Grandma planted that. That ties into like the
Cycle of life narrative.
Cycle of life, and then like the crazy shaman sort of trope.
Yeah. Provider. Just
Yeah,
circumstantial provider, you know what I'm saying?
even though she was like out there.
And the whole reason why the fire started. I was like, oh yeah, nice offering of a few little bits of cress when you just burnt down the whole fucking bar.
They'll be able to rebuild with the Minari.
I'm
the
sure-
focus.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
shot the Minari like fucking like a Zed of Minari. A Zed of Minari for like 5 sows.
You know what I mean? Get that fucking whole money back.
Minari
But, like,
push.
The whole
I think there should have been more animals. The snake was cool, but I could have done with some fucking badgers or something, or a warthog.
Badgers in
Wouldn't have done amiss.
Arkansas.
I don't know, yeah. I mean, like, you know, whatever they've got.
or
over
crows,
there.
you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
it's farming.
yeah.
Mm.
They probably got some shit in Arkansas, bro. They probably got like, there's probably a few buffaloes still left.
For some reason, I want to say boars.
Boars would be in Arkansas.
Yeah, I
definitely.
feel like Arkansas's got some boars.
Definitely got
Boars.
some boars.
Get some
Definitely.
balls.
Yeah, there weren't many. They,
Some buffaloes, some. I don't
It
know,
was
maybe some
weird,
wolves.
but that's
Maybe some
probably
wolves.
why they said that the land was so cursed.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I mean, man. I thought he was gonna go mad and kill his family or something. I feel like they considered that when they were writing it and decided against it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it could have gone that way at any time.
I definitely feel like it was intentional, like the vibe that they were put. This is like a trend. Have you seen like a Get Out?
Yeah.
oh yeah,
That's like some real nuanced filmmaking. You could only make that in like 2021 or 20. What were you
Yeah.
in the 2010s, late 2010s
Yeah,
and shit?
it's
And
it's like a hybrid of films I've made before. It's like just like Crash, but a horror film. You remember Crash?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it'd be
saw
like
it in
that.
RE. You know,
For
Crash.
real?
Yeah, yeah. And it's
Yeah,
like loads
if
of
that
people's
was a
different
horror film, that'd
perspectives.
be Get Out.
I've not seen
It
Crash.
took until now to do that.
It's
you know
about a
what
car
I'm
crash.
saying? Yeah, Ludacris is
Okay.
in it. You know,
Ludacris is in it.
Luda.
is he?
Yeah.
Luda.
Luda.
Yeah.
I've got hope. But
He's got style in
it
different
makes me
area
well
codes.
excited, like films like this. You couldn't make a film this like emotionally nuanced in any other
Yeah.
time in history, really.
No, truth.
And all it's doing is getting real close to reality too.
Mm.
You know what I mean? There were no like fantasy elements, really. Like
No.
people do have strokes, and they claim to see things when they have strokes.
Yeah,
and shit.
people do go crazy for
The f-
Jesus.
The
Yeah.
first bit that made me like think that there might be something like weird going on, but obviously there wasn't. Was when that storm happened.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
I-
that was a bit anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Like, where did the tornado go?
Said the sky was green.
Yeah,
yeah,
he said
yeah,
the sky was green. Yeah, so I was like, oh shit, some shit's about to happen.
Yeah, and then it was just like,
lo and
yeah, you know
behold,
what, let's just
nothing.
allow it and nothing will happen.
Have
Like,
you ever seen Boyhood?
nah.
That's mad because they made that film over 12 years.
For real, I've heard of it still.
Yeah, they took. So, like, it's about a kid's childhood,
Mm.
and it starts when he's like, when the actor was actually like 5
And
or
it
6.
grows with him.
Yeah, and ends just as he goes off to university. And they filmed like every year, once a year. And
For how long?
it was like 12, 15, in between 12 and 15 years.
But
It's-
like,
okay.
as in, how long did they film him for?
oh, they didn't just film him, they filmed to a script.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
So it's a
fucking hell.
film
Yeah.
in itself, but you just see
I
the
hope he got
actors.
fucking paid. That was a long ass job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Ethan Hawke. It's Richard Linklater who made like the School of Rock and
Oh, yeah.
stuff like that. He did it, but that was the first film. There's bits in that because that literally is the thing about that film is that it's as nostalgic as your childhood.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
captures just like this captured those like real moments between like
Nostalgia's a
family
fucking
members.
mad thing, man. Like
It's a bitch.
like, you know, it's a normal thing that obviously you grow up and you get reminded by things
Mm.
from before. That's the feeling of nostalgia. But you know when it gets sold to you
Mm.
and like but sold to you in a way that is designed so perfectly, like that's a dangerous thing, I think, innit? Like
Yeah, well, it's like
you know what I'm saying? Like, if
Disney.
you can really, yeah, exactly. No, that's the perfect example. Innit?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're the kings of
If
it.
you can really convince somebody that they're getting a slice of their fucking innocence back, they will give you their whole fucking.
I'm a
you know what
sucker
saying?
for it, man. All I
Yeah,
need.
definitely.
All I
bro,
need
definitely.
is the and I'm fucking taken
What is that,
away.
Emmerdale?
when you wish upon a star.
Emmerdale.
Nostalgic watching Emmerdale.
I actually would though.
Kane Dingle. No, that's what I'm saying. You would, innit?
Grandma's. I
No,
used to go to
trust
my
me.
grandma's and they go from. I'm trying to remember the running order. I think it's EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale.
Yeah.
That's the running order of the.
And she would
soaps.
watch all of
Yeah, yeah, we'd do the triple bill, man, all the way through to Celebrity
So
Big
where were
Brother
you
at
when
half
Phil
9.
Mitchell got shot.
You see, Coronation Street's the one that I
You
remember the
reckon?
most.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The-
Enders was the heavy hitter.
There was a guy called Richard.
Richard?
Richard was married to Haley.
I remember Haley and Roy Cropper.
Roy Cropper, yeah, I remember Roy Cropper.
I'll never forget him.
Richard
I'll never
drove
forget
Gail
Roy
Platt's
Cropper.
family into a fucking
What's
lake in a car. I remember that.
what's Gail's son called?
David.
Yeah,
Dave.
He's a
Dave
badass.
Asbow,
Yeah, well, he really he's like a white middle class kid.
yeah, that's what I used to think still.
But he
And he
like
slaps his mum in the face
yeah, he just
for
acts.
saying that he's on cannabis.
Was there a
Saying
whole
like
cannabis?
that.
What?
art?
Saying like that. Yeah, no, I used to smoke bud, and then he slapped his mum in the face.
Gail, there's so many
I
like
think it went like
memes
that. innit?
of
Obviously,
Gail
yeah,
Platt.
I remember like I remember certain things where I was like, she does not look like a fucking. It's like you know where like a mum from The Incredibles or something.
Yeah,
And she
yeah.
looks like an animated character.
She does.
You know
Like,
what I'm saying?
she can have her lips go so thin
Fucking
in her
mad
eyes.
Coronation Street shit, man.
I remember a
What was that
mum.
guy
Yeah, I
who owned
can't
the
relate
corner
with you
shop called,
guys.
man? Well, you never watched Coronation Street?
Never.
For real?
None of
Really?
them. Not a single
You
one.
never watched EastEnders?
No. Not
You're
at
not
all.
missing much, to be honest. I'm about to be a
Did
fucking
Dot,
EastEnder.
did Dot die?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I've not checked in for about fucking 10 years.
I-
But she was on the last legs when
What's
I was like
funny?
2.
I think I remember the Millennium 2000 and
Is
some
that
shit
when
went down.
Phil Mitchell got shot? Is that when it
Maybe that
happened?
was. I remember
I don't know, you know.
because I was 6, but I remember the Millennium going down and everyone was talking about EastEnders and what had happened on EastEnders.
Fucking Enders, man. Fuck.
I just.
I remember when 50 Cent was supposed to be an episode of EastEnders.
Shut up.
Obviously, it never happened. But he used
What?
To, yeah, he used to watch it and he said he wanted to be in it and it was about to happen, then it didn't.
You see Mr. Blobby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, what's the guy's name from
Noel
Deal?
Edmonds.
Yeah, him.
Yeah. He's a mad guy because obviously everyone knows him from Deal or No Deal. That's
yeah,
like.
yeah, but that's like his fucking swan song, bro. Like, he was
Yeah.
active back in the day.
But then he
yeah.
had Blobby. And then he had a show called Noel's House Party,
What the
which
fuck?
famously on that show, they filmed a live bungee jump out of a helicopter and the cord just snapped.
And the guy died.
I think it was a woman.
Wow.
And it was all live on telly and like, you know,
Wow.
I'm not
When they fucking shot that rocket into space and it exploded and they just changed channel like nothing happened.
Was
Yeah.
the Voyager.
That was in
Yeah,
America,
yeah.
That was fucked.
All I remember from when I first came here is my mum still watching fucking shit like EastEnders, but
Yeah.
Spanish.
Oh, I would have loved to watch EastEnders in Spanish.
Yeah,
but
that
like,
would be
no,
very
obviously it
There's
won't be
nothing
EastEnders, but it was
better
like
than
Just
just
the
saying.
Spanish
version of
soaps.
EastEnders.
Yeah, Spanish soaps, and
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
she got that channel, and I was like, yeah, I'm never watching
How do you
that.
say get out my pub in Spanish?
Get out my pub.
Either like vete fuera mi pub, something like that. You speak Spanish, isn't it?
I do.
Go on.
Yeah, I say get out my
what? Get out my
get out my pub.
sal de mi pub.
Oh yes, sal in it, exit my pub in it. I'm talking about go out of my pub.
Yeah, go out now.
You sound like you've got a grasp on the Spanish language.
He does.
It's been there ruminating, just fizzling
Yeah.
for like 10 years, but I've never really
Bubbling.
been able to. When I was in Cali, I got to use it quite a bit,
Mm.
but
I can,
Oh, every time I'm in America, I just don't
Yeah,
even
yeah,
like.
yeah.
I don't even speak English.
At
At all,
That's what
yeah.
I'm fucking saying, man. It's good in America speaking. I prefer speaking Spanish on that side of the world as well. And
Yeah.
like European Spanish is just a fucking myth to me. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah. Like I can say shit to people. I can't understand shit people are saying to me.
Yeah.
I can understand if you're like an American person and your second language is Spanish. I can understand you there, and I can kind of understand people from Colombia. But
I
Yeah.
feel like they have a more like grasp on saying like the ends of words compared to like when
yeah,
you say
Spanish, European Spanish people
Yeah.
just put it all in one word, like Japanese or something.
Yeah.
They're about
So like
fucking-
it just flows all out, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what the
I find that so
Yeah.
fascinating that you guys know the nuances between how Spanish is spoken around the world.
Only because I fail at different levels of understanding it. A little bit less in some places. Like I can say anything I can say pretty much anything I want, but
Mm.
like when somebody talks to me, I'm like, you have to talk to me like I'm a little kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Slow down.
Yeah.
Chill.
I went to Norway once
Fucking hell.
with my grandparents.
No way.
Yeah, and in Norway, they went with some of their friends, my grandparents, and they had a grandson that they took, and he spoke Danish. Now I don't speak Danish, so we couldn't communicate. But you know, kids get by, and at all the like, we were going like to caravan park, and there's like play areas. So we're hanging out and we're playing. There's just not much talking going on. A couple of weeks into this trip, we go to a Norwegian family's house that are friends, I assume, with my grandparents or their friends, and they have a son. Now, he speaks English and Norwegian.
But not Danish.
But not Danish.
Oh, wow.
But there's an overlap,
Okay.
kind of,
Yeah.
between Danish and Norwegian,
Why?
because they're like similar.
Okay.
It's like
It's
a
so
Scouse- it's like a
Swedish-
Scouse talking to someone from Dorset.
I don't know if it's that close, but yeah, they're
So like a Spanish and Italian. I guess.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
So I know Swedish, Norwegian, and Danish all you can
Yeah.
kind of understand one another, sort of thing.
That's
So
kind of like Italian and Spanish and
Yeah.
Portuguese and shit, you know, because
Yeah.
like,
that's
like
probably
Latin
comparable.
languages and then Scandinavian languages, like they kind of come from the same vernacular discipline. Like they'll,
I think they've got the same like root.
yeah.
There was probably one language that
Just
broke
like some
off.
fucking like that was where we were just standing in like next to each other near the Tower of Babel. You know that's where language comes from, the Tower of Babel.
Don't get me started on the tower.
The
but-
Tower of Babel.
Yeah,
All
man.
about that
Oh
shit,
my
bro.
goodness.
It's-
See how this film has taken us all the way to the
Oh, yeah,
Tower
no,
of
it's
Babel.
just-
Well, it's just-
I bring up Babylon for
Well, it's
everyone,
mad
any
how
subject.
like people pronounce it Babel and stuff, but it is like the word
Babylon.
Babel means to like
yeah
to chat shit.
yada yada yada
Yeah. But that tower, if we're going by the book, was only built because humanity tried to get into. It's a result of Eve eating the apple. After Eve ate the
Well,
apple,
it does ring back to the film then.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Eve
Yeah.
ate the apple, and they get cast out the garden, and then they start populating the earth. And that first wave of humans tried to build a ladder to heaven, is the exact terminology in the book, and then God cast them down and invented different languages so we could never organize again.
What?
Boom.
So we're basically just humanity is like a union against corporate God.
I'm moving closer and closer to thinking that there's some sort of bureaucracy going on now.
Divine intervention is divine bureaucracy.
Yeah, that's what it. There seems to be
Yeah,
some sort
but
of
now,
business going on.
now we can all understand each other, yet we're still
Yeah.
fucking fighting each other.
Well, we're not quite there.
Yeah.
We need like some sort of. We need like the Neurotech thing to like translate instantly.
Yeah.
Once that starts
They got
happening,
that shit coming, man.
but
You
I
know
feel
what I'm
like we're
saying?
close.
Or we just communicate with memes. Like pictures of cats. I'm saying that's the universal language.
Well, the memes are mad though because they can like get across emotion better
Yeah.
than words can
Yeah,
sometimes.
you know that there's like a generation that communicates with memes more than actual words.
Mm.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Don't know
this
if it's like the youngest
generation, not
generation now. I don't know
ours.
if it's like the youngest generation now, but there's like kids that will have whole conversations just using memes.
Which is like hieroglyphics.
It
It's
is,
like,
it is,
yeah,
it
yeah.
just came back to that shit.
People will be like, oh, they used to use these pictures
But
to
you know what?
communicate.
Though? We had fucking emoticons and that on MSN, innit?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
man had the same thing. Like, it was basically memes. It was just more compact.
We
innit?
we're like the
That shit
apes. We
was
were doing
fucked.
cave
I
art.
just have some
Yeah.
fucked up emoticons on MSN, and it would come up and you like make the shortcut with the keyboard in it. So every
Yeah,
you
yeah.
type a certain combination of letters,
If you
Done.
and you just let it run rampant, and all of that shit is just boom, 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 boom.
if you held your mouse over any emoticon, it'd tell you how to replicate it on
Yeah.
the keyboard. I remember.
That
Or
shit was
you
fucking
could-
crunk back
Or
in the
you
day,
could
cuz.
like right click and save it.
Yeah.
If someone posted one you'd never seen
Yeah.
before, you're like, oh, I'm having that.
Yeah.
Like the whole alphabet kitted out, so like every letter had its own fucking emoticon, and it would just be like a mad popping array of languages.
Oh,
Take about
God.
10 minutes to read one sentence because it's like, whoa, why is this Y twice the size of the T?
That's
You know what I'm saying?
pulled like some deep. I forgot about this
Yeah,
stuff.
bro, man used to have,
Nudges.
like-
it was nudges,
man used to-
winks,
Nudges,
Man,
right.
emoticons.
Man used to have the Nelly. You type Nelly and Nelly comes up.
I remember.
Oh, yeah, I had Nelly as
I
well.
had the Nelly, had the
Mm.
Eminem.
I had David Brent.
Ludacris.
I
This
had
is Ludacris' second mention of this podcast.
Luda's getting
Trust me,
repped on this
I
podcast.
had Ludacris emoticon. You get me?
Shout out to Luda.
I got a
Seriously.
big weed stash. Don't.
Yeah, that's funny.
Shout out Luda. So
Yeah.
let's closing thoughts, Teeps, on I nearly said Mirinda.
Mirinda.
No, don't get me started
Minari.
on Miranda, bro. I'll go all off for a fucking whole other thing, bro. I wish that she was planting fucking Miranda cans. She turned this river into Miranda, bro. Some Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
You
fucking
see a
Maryland
face
shit.
in the river. Miranda.
Yeah.
Who are we
You
talking
know what
about now?
Miranda is?
No.
The
She's
drink.
like,
What
No.
are you talking about? I'm talking about the drink.
oh, you're
bro.
talking about the drink. I'm
you get
talking
in
about
Maryland.
the Mardy British comedian.
I don't know who that is.
She's a woman. She goes on
Oh.
panel shows.
I've probably
No
seen her
idea.
on fucking Have I Got News for You and all of them things.
I
Isn't
think
it?
her
Is she on
name's
that?
Miranda. Isn't the drink from
Maryland.
Maryland called Mirinda?
Mirinda. Yeah.
Yeah. And you get the strawberry one.
Yeah.
I know
The
what you mean.
strawberry Mirinda, bro.
I know what you mean.
It's
I've
like-
never had it.
Bro, it's,
What is this film called?
Minari, bro.
Minari. What, closing thoughts, Teeps, like summarising what you thinking.
I feel grateful to have spent some time observing a fucking, just, you know what I'm saying, a snapshot into a family's thing where they've tried, failed, realised what's important, realised what they prefer, realised, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there was quite the bit when, after they come out of the doctor and she says to him, you said in there that you would choose the farm over your family, and it was like, okay, what's come to light, like it's circumstantially come to light what you find more important.
Yeah.
So is that maybe why you can't find happiness, because you're focusing on something that you don't want to do? There's a lot to be said there. So yeah, I was grateful to observe that. It's like reassure you to fucking like follow the path that you want to follow in it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
Figure out what you actually want to do, in contrast to what you've been programmed to expect of yourself.
that's
You
some
know,
smart
That's,
words.
yeah,
there.
that's some deep shit right
That's some
there.
smart words.
I don't
Martin?
think I could beat that. But I
Come on.
will say, I thought the film was very like beautifully shot. Like all them like overhead shots of like the land and stuff.
The sun. There's
And the
lots of good
sun, yeah, it
shots,
was
yeah.
just it was beautiful. And it just made you like you're saying, realize like
Director of photography or whatever.
cinematographer.
it.
I just
It was
wanted.
very
I
beautiful.
wanted to ask you actually before we end. You said it when we started the film, 20 minutes in or so, when we first saw Grandma. You said that's like my grandma.
Oh,
Go on.
yeah,
Go on.
yeah.
Enlighten me.
It was whenever my grandma or any family go to see somebody new, either whether it's in the country that they're living in or a country that they go into or whatever, they always bring food, a lot of food, a lot of it. Like anywhere she would go, she would like, look, we need to bring some stuff. And we'll always bring food. Unless we were going to a restaurant, then obviously she won't bring food then. But if we were going to any of her friends' house, or like if she was coming to a place where I had a party or whatever, she'd just bring food every
I
time.
see.
That's
That
why.
sounds like a good grandma.
Yeah, that's why when I saw her, I was like, oh shit. So Korean people, grandmas do that as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what about your grandma? Did she ever?
Oh yeah, I mean my Danish grandma especially. I'm a privileged young boy. I only found out that not all Danish children receive this, but my Danish grandma used to, because my dad was a lorry driver and he'd go like back and forth from Denmark, see his family over there whilst he was over there working, and then come back and
You
shit.
ever been to the Lego Museum?
Oh yeah, Legoland Billund, that's the
Fucking
one,
hell.
man. You
When I
come-
was a kid, Denmark was one of the first countries I learned that was like out there, because I was like, that's where all the Lego comes from.
yeah,
When I was a kid.
Damn.
it means let's play Lego.
Yeah.
And as you coming down the motorway to Legoland, it's near the airport, and
Yeah.
there's big Lego bricks in the fields on the side of the
Fucking
motorway, and you're like, as a kid,
You know what I said
Seeing
earlier
those
about
bricks.
nostalgia, bro? Like,
Yeah.
that shit'll rinse my bank account.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying?
be off the Lego.
I know. Again, another thing that I never really used to do. Although I've always been thinking of like getting some Legos. Even now, do you know how like I've been getting into the Rubik's cubes and shit
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
I've also been getting into yo-yos. I've been thinking in my
Yo-yos?
mind for like,
I figured you could put like a
Yo-
fucking like razor blades around the perimeter of a yo-yo and use it as a weapon.
I think
Yeah,
I've
you could.
seen like some shit like that in a cartoon.
You know, a bit like Go-Go from Kill Bill, but
But
like
you'll
Yeah.
need
Go-Go
to
with
wear
a yo-yo.
gloves, bro.
What I was going
At all
to say,
times.
I got chainsaw gloves,
my
innit?
Yeah.
grandma would
Yeah, go on.
make me an advent calendar
Fucking
that
hell.
had like a proper gift every day.
For real.
That sounds crazy. It wasn't that like some days it would be like just a pack of sweets or something.
Yeah.
But there was a wrapped gift on my table at breakfast table every morning.
Fucking hell.
Every
in
day of December.
right?
Wow,
And
bro.
other days, the present would be. I remember it's significant because I got a Monty Python DVD.
Whoa. Was it in Danish?
Well, the front was,
Yeah.
and I couldn't fathom what was going on. Like there was like a naked dude playing the piano on the front, all this Danish writing, a dead parrot, John Cleese dressed up as a robber on the front, and it was a now for something completely different, which is like the best of the television show. Not like The Life of Brian or like one of their big films.
Yeah, it was
like
a different one.
all their
like
sketches put together.
Oh, right.
And I asked my mum, like, what is this? And she was like, Monty Python. And I was like, what are those words that you're saying? Like,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Yeah.
And she was like, you just got to watch it. And that they strung a load of their sketches together, but to give it continuity and turn it into like a proper film,
Yeah.
they just would cut to one of the members of, like, the sketch would be happening and the camera would just drift off and one of the members of cast would just be like in a suit or in a bikini or just in some outrageous bit of clothing. They'd look directly at the camera and go, and now for something completely different. And then it just cuts to like the next thing. And
I fuck with that.
that blew my head off, like seeing, I didn't know you could do that.
That's cool.
And sometimes like a dude dressed up as an army general would stop the scene and he'd
Yeah.
be like, stop, stop, stop. This is silly. And he'd
Yeah.
like try and stop the whole thing. It's just fucking lunacy. But yeah,
What's your closing thoughts?
my closing thoughts, I mean, everyone summarized pretty well, but it made me feel really warm, this film. It definitely showed the emotion is too real sometimes, and the like most menial moments between like family members, like
Yeah.
watching the grandma say, how dare somebody scare my son that much, my grandson that much. That's like a real human moment, a very
Yeah.
real moment, but at the same time it's like hard to watch almost, in the same way that like something scary is hard to watch, but it's just because you know those two people feel something for one another, I suppose.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was a lot of that. There was a lot
Yeah.
of picking up on the like the person to person vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's really real. So, but it wasn't the most out there film. Like, it's not like Enter the Void.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
I thought that every film on that list was like a Razorhead or something.
Nah, they're all going to touch on some sort of emotional level.
Yeah.
That's kind of
To
the
be
reason.
honest, the past few that we've had, apart from like
Mateo's one.
no, apart from like Nobody, and yeah, like the one that we watched with Mateo. But the ones that we've like seen by ourselves have been pretty like heartfelt because we've watched quite a lot of them. Like
I feel like we've got a good balance at the moment, because the last one we did was absolutely batshit crazy.
yeah,
Real.
And it's just the look of the draw, you know what I mean? We could have got fucking like a 5-hour thing.
For real.
Yeah.
That could have happened.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So it's just it's the. I hope, Teeps, that we can have you on again. At
Yeah,
some
man,
point.
we'll get
Yeah.
Battle Royale popping, fam.
right.
That's on the list.
It's
I've
on the
seen
list.
it.
Yeah.
I've seen
bro,
Battle
I
Royale.
fucking used to cane
I
that
saw it when
film,
I was
bro.
like 10.
My brother
or
came home.
11.
I came home from school one day, and my brother was like, "I'm gonna go get this DVD from HMV tomorrow because there's this like Asian section."
Mm.
And he came with
Battle
some.
Royale.
Came with
Yeah.
some. Yeah. He came. What was it? HMV or was it Virgin Megastores?
It was Virgin back in
Yeah,
the day.
yeah. It wasn't HMV. It was the other one. Fucking what's that now? What shop is that? What is
That's
that
like a
shop?
child learning
Yeah,
centre
it's
or
like something.
something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
something completely different.
Yeah,
now, isn't
yeah.
it? Get me?
I only went in there like
What is
once.
Virgin Megastores used to be like
No,
you know,
no, no, the
HMV.
film.
Oh yeah, no Battle Royale, fam.
It's
Obviously,
about
my
a teacher that
Yeah, maddest film ever, bro.
I thought you were talking about like James Bond.
Nah,
or
bro,
some
it's
shit.
like these. Like, imagine, yeah, my brother, yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm going to get these kung fu films, these Asian films, whatever. He got two.
Oh, so it's kung fu?
No, it's not though. He
No.
got two Jackie Chan films, fucking Arts of Shaolin and Snake in the Eagle Shadow, and
Battle Royale.
he didn't have Battle Royale because his friend got it, and then he said he watched it, and he only told me about it. I didn't see it. He explained it to me, and I didn't see it for like 2 weeks, innit? But after he explained it to me, like, it's the only thing I could think about.
I
Innit?
watched it
You know what I'm saying?
What's it about?
You know Harry.
Basically, yeah, these kids, they go to this island,
Yeah.
and they think they're going on a school trip. They go to this island and they have to kill each other, and the last one who survives wins.
Yeah.
It's like the original. Obviously, man's never watched Hunger Games, and I never will because like that is
You don't
Battle
need to.
Royale is the original thing,
Yeah,
innit?
Hunger
You get
Games,
me?
yeah.
So like that same thing, but it's raw, fam. It's raw.
It's really right. It's about
How
their
many
old-
kids?
It's about their old teacher,
Like
isn't it?
40, yeah.
He's got a
yeah.
grudge. Like one
Yeah,
of the
it's
kids
something about
embarrassed
it's something
him.
about the young generation in Japan doesn't have enough discipline, so shit like this needs to happen.
Yeah.
Type thing.
This teacher gets embarrassed by his class,
Yeah.
and then he
Oh, damn.
he captures. Or
Yeah, it's a program, and it's like a whole program. There's so much shit that happens in that film that's just like, wow.
I saw it when I was way too young.
Yeah, same,
All I
innit?
remember.
I used to go into school after that. I think I was in year 5. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think I was in year
Same.
5, and I'd go into school, and for the rest of the year, I just thought if it came to it, I could fucking kill it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I could kill all
I kept
you.
thinking of all the people in
pieces
my
of
class.
shit.
Like, could I kill this person? Like, if
Yeah.
that was to happen, like, could I kill? And then I thought, and then there was like a short list of like 5 people I didn't think that I could kill, and I kept looking at them in a way like, yo, what would I do? Like, how would I do it?
How could I do it?
Because obviously, I don't want to give too much away, but
Please
every
don't.
kid gets a backpack, and every backpack has got a random weapon in it, and like it goes from like guns to like pot lids, and it's real. It's like just look at the drawer in it, like. You don't know what's going to be in your bag, innit?
I just remember the head coming through the window. Man.
Stop! Stop!
Bro, it's literally
Stop.
one of the best films
Stop.
ever, innit? The second
Now I
one,
wanna watch
second
it.
one was alright, but the first one is like...
I don't know if you will want to
Fam, I
watch
read
it,
the
Martin.
fucking
Why?
whole book,
In my
bro.
head, that film would be like a don't show Martin film.
For real?
Yeah,
Battle Royale?
Martin gets scared.
For
I do
real?
shit.
I do.
Yeah, but it's,
Yeah.
Not, it's not like horror, it's not like monster, but it's like fucking hell,
Oh,
bro.
so I mean,
It's
that's
pretty fucking grim.
I don't like the horror. That's why. I
No,
don't
it's not like
when it
monsters
comes,
and fucking
shit like
shit.
that.
It's like the vibe of
But it's-
Grave of
it's
the
very
Fireflies,
violent,
but if
innit?
they're all killing each other.
I could do that. I
But
could
it's
do
not a
that.
cartoon.
You know what I mean? I know it's not
Yeah,
cartoon. I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
They did
But
make
it
a
is,
do you know
yeah,
they
it's
made
got
a
a fucking...
real
like
live adaptation.
Of what? Grave of the Fireflies?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't seen that still.
Yeah, it's got
But,
2, I
um,
think.
Yeah, Battle Royale is one of the best films I've ever seen, easily.
Oh well,
It is
I've
on-
not-
it's-
you know
it's
what?
on
I've
our
not
list.
watched it for a good fucking like 8 years now, maybe, and I used to watch it all the
Well,
time. So I'm probably gonna watch it soon, innit?
yeah.
It's like, yo, watch this.
Let's
Random,
do this.
You
come
bringing
to my
it
yard
up.
and watch Battle Royale now.
You bringing it up surprised me because I only watched it that one time when I was like 12.
You watched it once,
Yeah, and I remember
bro.
a lot.
Watch that shit again, cause
I remember them
you gotta
being on
watch it
the
as a man.
bus and all the gas coming through.
Yeah.
Stop.
You're a
Yeah.
fucking idiot. I'm not going to say anything that ruins the film.
I know, but like I don't want to.
Just don't talk about it, bro.
Just
Just
don't
say
talk about
anything.
it. Just don't say
don't
anything.
say
Nothing.
Sweep that shit
Nothing.
under the rug,
All
bro.
right, sweep it under the rug. I don't want to hear
You've
the
had your
first
advert, innit?
name.
You've had your advert.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I've had my 2 minutes. That's all I need.
So, for our musical extravaganza at the end of this episode, we're going to call upon our guest,
Nice.
Twisted
I
Pennies.
made
and,
this song in fucking 2015.
but
Hella long ago.
there's a reason that we're playing it, and it's because I remember hearing it for the first time, and it's called the Clarendon,
Yeah, I grew up outside the Clarendon.
which is a pub the other side of Victoria Park in our fine city of Leicester that we're currently in, and
See, to me, that's not the other side of Victoria Park.
That is the
The other
side.
side of Victoria Park is the other side
It's
of Victoria
town.
Park. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
that says something about where we've
Yeah,
approached
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
from.
yeah.
But the Clarendon, I guess, is significant. Number one, just because it's like a renowned local boozer, and number two, it's because where a local murder was solved, and that murder's
yeah,
significant because it was the
fucking hell.
first use of
Christ.
DNA analysis in a crime.
Fingerprint analysis.
Fingerprint
Yeah,
analysis. in a
first time
crime.
somebody got clocked with fingerprint technology.
The
Damn. really?
Colin Pitchfork.
Yeah.
What year?
80s, early 80s. It wasn't. Was it like? It might have been 80s.
It might be like
86
early 90s
maybe.
or something. I don't know.
I think it was in the 80s.
But he's recently
Might have
been let
in
out.
the 80s, but I think it was in the
Wow,
80s.
okay.
He's recently been let out. But
So
He
he's
wasn't
lived
from
his
round there,
life.
though, innit? He was from like fucking Enderby or Desford or
Nah.
something, and he wasn't from Clarendon Park.
well,
You
it
know
was
what I'm
some
saying?
information, and a conversation was overheard in the Clarendon that ended up helping him
leading
be
to
arrested.
him being I think that he was over there talking about it because obviously in them days that's like fucking bare far away. If you kill somebody near fucking Desford and you're in the Clarendon, you're gonna feel like you're fucking
Yeah,
time away,
man,
innit?
world away. Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
innit? Like, man should have just fucking gone to fucking Hartlepool or something.
But I loved it because it was like a pulp fiction of Leicester, or just like an anthology scenes from Leicester.
Rest in peace to the people he killed, by the way. I don't want to make light of that shit.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Obviously, big respect to that situation. But the song that you've written, it really illustrates just lots of different.
There's nothing, just to clear, there's nothing in that song about calling pitchfork in it. Like,
Yeah, there's no connotation between. I was just bringing
like,
it up.
that did happen in that pub, but like when I wrote it, it was about what it was like growing up outside it and having like you know what I'm saying, like I never actually went in there myself as a punter or like as to get a drink or anything like that till I came back from America, innit. So like when I moved back from America is when I actually started going in there, innit. When I was a kid, I never used to go in there unless I was like going to get one of my family members or something, innit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, like.
So you just saw C.
When I would go for a drink, I'd go to like, remember Olives? Did you ever go to Olives on Queen's Road?
No.
It used to be where fucking Housey on is now, yeah.
Yeah.
That used to be a bar called Olives, innit? If I was gonna go out for a drink around there, I would have just gone there.
You'd hit that corner.
Yeah.
I've only
Or
been
fucking
in House
DOS.
But as I'm there, I'm there with you when I listen to the Clarendon Man.
Yeah,
I can imagine you spectating the things that you're talking about.
I can literally see into the pub from my front room, innit? You get me? Like my whole life.
So thank you.
Yeah.
For letting us use that song.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for being here, man.
The guy who produced it, some French guy. Oh, thank you. No, it's all good, bro. Like I've fucking been fixing to do some more podcasts and shit.
Tell the people where they can find you.
On Vicky Park by the pond.
Sound. On like social media, I meant.
No. It's all just Twisted Pennies, Teeps. Man's gonna everything I release now is coming out as Teeps. So Teeps is my artist name, but Twisted Pennies is obviously what it means.
That's for the real.
Yeah, you don't know. Fucking man's about to be at EastEnder.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're off to London. We're trying to grab you before you go, man.
Right,
so good luck with all of that, and I hope it all goes well. The move.
Yeah, will do, man. If not, I'll be coming back with half a fucking toe.
And thank you to everybody for listening. You can find us over at MIPLTD. You can find me. I'm Oland, and you can find everything that I'm doing over on Spotify and YouTube and Apple Music. Martin is on the road to being a world champ, and he is skipping every day.
I am.
How's that going?
It's okay. I need to stop forgetting to upload. I do it, but I just need to stop forgetting to upload it. It's just because I do it and then I have a shower and then I just
talking about your Rubik's cubes.
I'm also learning to be better at the Rubik's
He's
Cube.
just trying to expand his horizons.
That's
really.
true. I literally just bought a piano and a guitar today.
I've got to ship my piano to fucking London. That shit's gonna get out of tune so bad. Well,
Really?
Did you get a piano delivered to your house?
Well, I bought it today from
In sound.
Brogan's
Right,
shop.
from a shop.
Yeah, and then it's getting delivered next week.
See it there. What's your favorite key? Do you know?
No,
He doesn't know keys.
I recommend A flat major.
A
A flat major.
Yeah, that's a cool key, bro.
Okay.
C sharp major.
C sharp. Do you know what? That's fucking crazy, bro. Because my second favorite
That'd be
is
the
C
second
sharp
one?
major. Yeah.
Wow.
C sharp major. After like if I didn't say A flat major,
Well, maybe
I was
A flat
what's
major.
I was about to say C
gonna have
sharp
to show
major
me.
instead.
A flat major might be
They're similar,
my
innit?
second.
Yeah, that's crazy, innit? I just like a solidly, nicely proportioned mix of black and white keys in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want obviously what's the one fucking G major where it's all of the normal keys and then just F sharp but no G. Well, there's no F.
I'm really terrible at the piano.
Yeah,
man.
bro. I mean, I don't even know why I know this shit, but I just like it when I can press both the sharp keys and the white keys.
I
in
like
it.
a C.
I don't
man.
like. This is what I'm saying, though, isn't it? Like, obviously, this is a whole different conversation, yeah. But you in guitar, you can't go into C sharp major. You can just be in C, right?
Well, you
like-
can if you can do chord inversions.
And they pop up in these like denominations of keys that are more than just one letter.
I think so. Yeah. Ellis and Dan know about all that shit.
Yeah. So I'm not like this is stuff that I just pick up like trying to.
This is
Learn
what I'm trying
songs,
to pick
innit?
up. So
It's
this is
next-
good information.
It's a whole world, man. And
I'm glad I got into it, to be honest. I've really like not been paying attention to that shit for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
I know if I just
Stupid music theory, Babylon bullshit. Just play what sounds good.
if I
Fuck
was locked
learning
in a
any of that shit.
room with a piano, I'm pretty sure I could wrap my head around it and get some good sounding stuff out of it. And I believe that with any instrument. So
Yeah.
it's one of them.
I think the 6-string guitars are evil, personally, but
Well, they're like the. Oh God! When I hear just we've said goodbye and everything. And now we're going on like a full musical
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
It's
no,
funny.
no.
But
we can add this.
when I
to-
hear country music that talks about using a 6 string, they're like, pick up my 6
Yeah.
string,
Yeah.
open up a beer. I'm like, this is the
Open up
most.
a beer.
As soon as I hear the word 6 string, I'll just leave the
Yeah.
room where that music's coming from.
Yeah, fuck
Why?
all of that.
Because it's like,
Better
no
off-
one's calling a
You're
guitar
better
a
off
6
playing
string.
a dobro.
You
Dobro?
a dog.
What?
A
You're
dog.
better off playing a dog.
A
dog.
dog. Why?
Because don't come at me with that 6 string nonsense.
Playing
all
that
I'm
I'd probably
saying.
play a bass guitar if I had to play a guitar in it, but anything other than that.
And that was my first instrument,
Yeah.
bass guitar.
Play funky bass lines, my man.
Yeah, I play, and it's translated into how I play guitar as well.
Yeah.
Very root note orientated.
You
sort
know
of thing.
Bootsy Collins and the One.
Oh yeah, and
That's
Parliament
the
and-
no. Bootsy Collins' theory about the One is
Well,
the best shit.
I
for
recently
bass for
watched
me.
this series called Torba's Tales, and it's made by Mike Judge, who makes
Yeah, I've
Beavis
seen,
and
seen
Butthead.
some of them still.
And it's really it goes through all of George Clinton's
Yeah, I've
life.
seen some of them.
Bootsy, they're
Yeah,
fucking so
yeah.
interesting, and it does go hitting on the One.
Yeah, no, trust me,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's his whole thing, innit? Like I've just watched him talk about that shit for
Mm.
hours, like knowing, understanding about 13% of it. But I know what the One is, so I get it in its essence. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't he just talking about like making an emphasis on the first beat of a bar,
Yeah,
basically?
yeah.
But it's to do
then-
with the funk. I
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
what he's going on about.
Yeah, it's just one of them ones, isn't it?
So
One of
as
them
you can
ones.
see, Martin, this is a wide world for you, and I'm excited for
Yeah,
you to
I mean-
dive into it, man.
I'm just lost now, but yeah, you guys carry on. I'll
Yeah.
stay here all night listening to you guys.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Clarendon by Twisted Pennies. Thank you so much for listening to the It's Not That Deep Bro podcast, and we will see you next time.
Bless up.
Peace out.
She says his attitude stinks, and then she goes in the Clarendon to have a few drinks, and then she puts it back into the bath and the sink. I guess she couldn't hack the thought of packing it in. She says his attitude stinks, and then she goes in the Clarendon to have a few drinks, and then she puts them back into the bath and the sink. I guess she couldn't hack the thought of packing it in. You people need to find a god or find a hobby. You ain't ever gonna get to take my diamond off me. I know that I'm a dog. If you ain't gonna buy a copy, then please bitch take your motherfucking eyes up off me. I must have left a stain upon your blouse, the way you hate what I'm about and keep my name up in your mouth. I take it day by day but feel my patience running out. I wasn't made to be an angel, I've got pain on my account. I'm trying to make my people proud, but people make me wanna lose it. Basic rules like if I ever show you faith then don't abuse it, and make me look all stupid. If you say it's love then prove it, don't go making other moves. I'm trying to take you to the moon quick. It's real life what you mean to me, but if I went blind, would you read to me? I just wanna shoot a few hoops, but fools and cuckoos confuse the new you. Shit, I wouldn't wanna move how you move, I'd rather eat food. She says his attitude stinks, and then she goes in the Clarendon to have a few drinks, and then she puts it back into the bath and the sink. I guess she couldn't hack the thought of packing it in. She says his attitude stinks, and then she goes in the Clarendon to have a few drinks, and then she puts them back into the bath and the sink. I guess she couldn't hack the thought of packing it in.